But the second he threw a punch, Korchnoi struck back so beautifully, straight down the middle, a move that is covered by 4 different pieces. Black literally could not lay claim to a square more than that one, but after you take, I get my knight to the square where my pawn used to be. That is what we call a clearance sacrifice. A square you open up by sacrificing, usually, a pawn. And now there are threats like pawn to d6, which is a fork, which means Tal has to go on the back foot. Now we grab the bishop. We are not interested in doing anything too flashy. We just wanted to impose on the dark squares, win our pawn back, and now we have a dominant position after this trade. So the center clears out 25 moves. These 2 pawns are a nightmare to deal with for black because they're just threatening to move forward constantly. These pawns are under fire. Tal doesn't have any sort of coordinated attack going. All he needed to do was throw 1 punch. Boom, bishop to b7, the queen goes back along the dark squares, just a nice and solid defensive move, and you got the feeling Korchnoi loved to play chess. One of the major criticisms about Korchnoi was that, Spassky said this actually, Boris Spassky, a legend in his own right, he said Korchnoi won games in 140 moves when he could have won them in 40 moves, because he just played. He had a technique where maybe the grandmasters at the time didn't call him the most principled or the most technically sound, but he just played. And he found different, like for example, in this position, maybe instead of playing bishop takes knight, he could have played something like this and look for tactics or look for an attack. But watch, this allowed more opportunities for him. Queen g5, now he's going for queen f6 and queen g7 mate. Tal creating counterplay. Tal was always a man ready for counterplay. Now watch this, queen f6 infiltration here. And what I love most about this game is the technique demonstrated. Rook d1, rook d4. Look at this beautiful move. Rook is sacrificed because of checkmate. Queen has to go back. G4 just getting everything into the game. It looks like Tal has a blockade. He's got everything covered. I mean, Korchnoi walks his king into the position. You just get the sense this man just loves to play. Just loves a long game. Pawn takes, black is slowly running out of moves. Another rook sacrifice, a ghost rook, a rook that cannot be captured. Rook gets into c7. Tal goes for a little bit of desperate counterplay on that side of the board. Now we sack the rook, and we are in time. Because even though Tal can check us, the king is always hiding over here. Queen to e5 is a beautiful move, taking away any checks. Tal gets close to promotion, but it's simply not enough. King to f7, pawn to d7, and here Tal resigned.